guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I want to talk to those of you who are in the state of California who are wondering when you will be receiving your next unemployment payment. Now, unemployment payments for traditional unemployment, PEUC, Fed Ed, and PUA claims may be delayed for various reasons. So I want to address many of the common reasons why things are delayed right now and let you guys know what you can do, if anything, and when you can expect your next payment. Now, if you want to locate your specific issue, go ahead and scroll down to the video description. You will see a timestamp menu where I have laid out into different sections identifying each issue that I'm covering in this video. So you can skip ahead to your specific issue. Okay guys, so the number one problem that people are having right now is that they are awaiting the 11-week extension. If you're on a PUA claim or a PEUC claim, or if you are on a traditional unemployment claim that just ended and you are awaiting your PEUC extension to kick in, you might be seeing a maximum benefits paid message when you log into UI Online. They will state that you have received all of the benefits that are due to you at this time and that you are not able to receive additional benefits right now. If you're seeing a maximum benefits paid message, that means that your claim expired with the CARES Act. Your PEUC extension or your PUA were provisions of the first stimulus bill. Now that first stimulus bill expired at the end of December, and the last payable week for that month was claim week ending December 26th. Now, we did have our second stimulus bill passed, which granted an additional 11-week extension to PUA claims and PEUC extension. However, that bill was not signed until December 27th, which is after the CARES Act had already ended PUA and PEUC. Because there was not an overlap and the EDD did not have time to prepare that extension in advance, all of the PUA and PEUC claims were showing max benefits paid because the PUA and PEUC claims have ended. All of the PUA and PEUC claims that expired at the end of December were showing max benefits paid because the program extension had not yet been implemented. If you're on a PUA or PEUC extension and you are awaiting that additional 11 weeks worth of extension to be inputted into your claim, do not reapply. You are not to reapply and you are not to click the reopen claim button. All you need to do is wait and the extension will be automatically applied to your claim. But when will it be completed? Well, the EDD has begun the process and hopes to have it completed relatively soon. The EDD stated that they began to input this extension into claims that still had a claim balance when December ended. So if you still had a remaining claim balance when PUA and PEUC expired, then your claim is having the extension applied to it first. The EDD has also stated that for those specific claims that did still have a claim balance when the CARES Act expired, that they are anticipating that those claims will be up and running with the full 11 weeks extension by January 22nd. Does this mean that all PUA and PEUC extensions will be updated with that additional 11 weeks by January 22nd? No. This applies to those claims that had a balance when the CARES Act expired. So what about PUA and PEUC claims that had a $0 balance when the CARES Act expired? For claims that had a $0 balance when the CARES Act expired, the EDD has now begun to implement the extension into those claims as well. They did not include that specific group of people, the people with a $0 balance, in that January 22nd ETA date. I would anticipate that if you had a $0 balance and you're still awaiting the extension, that it may take longer than that January 22nd date. The EDD has not released a specific date in writing that they believe that they will be done implementing the extension for those with a $0 claim balance. But the EDD did state in a prior press release dated January 8th that they anticipated the entire process of updating PUA and PEUC claims with the 11-week extension to take up to 2 weeks from January 11th. If that estimate is still current, If that estimate is still accurate, that would mean that we hope to see all claims updated by January 25th. However, the EDD did not confirm that date in their most recent press release. In their statement in that press release and their statement on Twitter stating January 22nd, only pertained to those specific claims that did have a balance when the CARES Act ended. Now, if you are one of the PUA or PEUC claims that are undergoing this extension, you will notice one thing happen first. The first thing you will notice is that your claim year end date will be updated to 4/10. Now, that change usually comes by itself first. The second thing that you will then notice is you will then see your claim balance be adjusted with those additional 11 weeks. Now, many people get confused by this and they might be alarmed at first because they believe that there may be an error in their account. However, allow several business days. If you see that your claim year end date has been adjusted, allow several more business days for the EDD to adjust and increase your claim balance. If you see your claim year end date change, but you see no other changes, it's a good sign because it means that the EDD is working on updating your account. Next, you will then be able to see your additional claim balance added, followed by an ability to certify. What about those of you that were able to certify but still see your payments marked as pending? In most cases right now, this is due to an ID verification hold. Now, many of you received a suspension notice in your UI Online inbox letting you know that your claim was going to be put on hold and suspended until you were able to verify your ID. Now, many of you then went on to verify your ID with ID.me or with the DocuSign link sent to your UI Online portal, depending on which method the EDD sent you. Those of you that have verified your ID, I want you to keep in mind that ID.me will tell you that you are verified. They will show you that green check mark at the end of your ID verification, and they will send you an email saying that your ID has been verified. However, that does not mean that the EDD has verified you and updated your claim. ID.me must verify you, and then they must send that verification over to the EDD. The EDD then must take that approved verification and they must apply it to your claim. So there is going to be several business days, up to 30 days, for the EDD to apply that ID verification to your claim and lift the suspension. So until the EDD applies that ID verification to your claim and lifts the suspension, your payments will still be marked as pending. So how long can this possibly take? Well, the EDD has stated in their press release that it can take several days. And they have also stated to assembly members that it can take up to 30 days. So it can be anywhere from a few days up to 30 days. Now, most are reporting back that this ID suspension is lifted within several days to a week after they complete it with ID.me. You will see your payments marked as pending until the EDD actually processes this. Now, in most cases, the EDD will let you know that they have confirmed your ID verification on their end, and they will send you either a text message or an inbox message. What about those of you who cannot certify because you clicked the reopen claim button and you are now given a date to certify that is later in the future, off schedule from your regular certification date, and you are not able to certify for the weeks that you have missed? There are two things that you can do here. You can either call the EDD and let them know that you clicked the reopen claim button and they will fix this for you on the spot, or you can send a message on UI Online. However, that can take up to 10 days for them to reply to. So calling in, they're able to fix this on the spot over the phone for you if you're willing and able to get through on the phone lines. If you don't want to put in the time to get through on the phone lines, you can wait and leave this as is. The EDD stated in their most recent press release that those individuals who did click the reopen claim button, which was a glitch, they reopened their claim and now they have a date to certify late in January. The EDD will retroactively send you all of the certifications that you are missing at a later point in time. We don't know exactly when or how long this will take, but if you are able to wait, it will fix itself eventually. Next, let's talk about those of you who are marked as paid in EDD's claim history in UI Online, but you have not yet received the payment posted to your Bank of America EDD debit card. This Monday was a bank holiday, so Monday is going to cause a delay in terms of posting payments. Keep in mind that payments this week may be delayed 1 to 2 business days. So if you certified and you were marked as paid, expect a small delay between when the EDD marks you as paid and when Bank of America will actually post the payment. Let's talk about those of you who are seeing disqualified status under your certifications. This could be due to a number of different things. Number one could be how you answered your certification form. When you certify for your benefits, you answer a series of questions. If you answer one of those questions in a way that is not what the EDD wants to see and is not consistent with you being eligible to receive benefits, then you'll be marked as disqualified. For these questions, you need to answer the following in order to be qualified to receive benefits. Were you too sick or injured to work for reasons other than COVID-19 pandemic? No. Was there a reason other than sickness, injury, or COVID-19 pandemic that you could not have accepted full-time work each workday? No. Did you look for work, contact your last employer? If self-employed, did you attempt to resume self-employment? The EDD has slightly different requirements for question number 3, asking if you did look for work or try to resume work, based on what type of claim you have. In general, it is safest to answer, as long as it is accurate for you, that yes, you did look for work or try to resume work. Did you refuse any work? No. Did you receive disability, private income insurance, or supplemental unemployment benefits? This will be different for each of you according to your own situation. Did you work or earn money whether you were paid or not? If you did work or earn money and you were disqualified based on the amount of income that you earned, then your disqualification will be marked as excessive earnings. What reason best describes how your unemployment, partial unemployment, or inability or unavailability to work was caused by the COVID-19 public health emergency? If you're on a PUA or PEUC claim, you need to have your unemployment be related to the pandemic. So you will need to state a qualifying COVID-19 reason that you are unemployed. Selecting the last reason on the list, which is separated by a bar, disqualifies you. Why? Because that states that you are unemployed due to another reason that is not the pandemic. So make sure that in order to qualify, you honestly select one of the qualifying COVID-related reasons. Now, your claim could also be disqualified if one of these 2 scenarios applies to you. Request for information. These claims have an eligibility issue associated with them. EDD requires individuals to complete a questionnaire to determine if they meet requirements for continued benefits. Now, because they need to gather more information in order to assess your eligibility, you may be marked as disqualified until they're able to either send you that questionnaire or do a phone interview or gather whatever required information they need from you. Next is notice of determination and appeal rights. These claims don't meet requirements for payment, and individuals associated with them are being notified about the reason for the disqualification of benefits and their appeal rights. So if you receive a letter in the mail saying that you have a notice of determination and it comes with an appeal form, that means that the EDD has determined that you are not eligible for benefits. If you feel that you are eligible for benefits, you will need to undergo their appeals process. Complete the appeals form and send it back in. Your payments will be marked as disqualified until that ruling is overturned. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.